What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week we're back out here on the 59 Catalina. Well, it's out there, we're in here. We need a room in the shop. This week we're doing interior. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. You might like what we got going on. But this is my 59 Catalina. I picked it up a couple months ago. It had been sitting for 40 years and we're just getting it back on the road and we're trying to make power tour with it. We've put floors in it, motor, trans, done all kinds of stuff on it. If you missed any of that and want to see it, go back on the channel. There's probably 10 videos so far that have been went out on this thing. We've done the paint, all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. But this week, we're going to try to do interior. I've never done upholstery before. I've never made door panels before. Never done any of that. So we're going to figure it out. I've got a pretty good idea on how to do it. And I've got the stuff we need to do it, and we're just gonna knock it out. But this is the front seat that came with it. Rough shape, but we're gonna save it. Same with the back seats. I'm not sure why this one's a different color. At some point in time, somebody robbed the blue one, and now we got a pink one. Anyways, that doesn't matter because the frames are good and they fit the car, which is the most important part. We got a bent bracket down here to fix, but to start off, we're going to rip these things apart because they smell terrible, and we're going to get the frames cleaned up. I got to make sure that the slides work because I need the seat all the way back. Being tall, if nobody else can drive it, it is what it is. But we're just going to get these things ripped apart, get them painted, that way they don't rust any farther. I haven't found any severe rust, but we haven't really dug into them too far yet. So I'm gonna get a trash bag and we're just gonna rip these things apart, get them cleaned up. Alright, so I don't think there's any rhyme or reason or know-how on how to tear this apart other than just tearing it apart. This foam though, it's really bad shape. Anyways, we're just gonna make a big mess, I guess. Get all this stuff out of here. Ow. Stuff is so junk. We'll just put it that way. There ain't no sense in trying to describe it other than it's gotta go. But I know there's gonna be a bunch of I think they're called hog rings. We're gonna have to rip off of this stuff. Probably gonna catch mesothelioma because there's probably a real good chance that there is asbestos in this stuff. Probably should be wearing a mask. All that stuff. It'll be okay. Come on. That's metal. Poke a hole in my trash bag, then it'll leak everywhere. But anyways. Can this whole thing just come off of here? Let it go. You know you want to. Oh yeah, there's little rings. Little rings holding it all over the place. Big old mouse nest back here. Man. Don't complain though. We at least have the frame. Can I just bend these open? These little rings? Nice. Come on. Oof. The dust is real. This might take a couple trash bags. Yeah. Ooh. My plan is though, I'm gonna go to the store here in a bit. I know they have them. I'm just wondering if they have the right thickness. For the foam, I'm gonna go to the store and buy, I call them a mattress topper. Maybe we'll even splurge and get some memory foam. Then it'd be real comfortable. Look at the mouse nest in here. Wow, that's impressive. It's literally half of the back. But anyways, what I was saying, I'm gonna get the mattress topper and cut it up, and we'll put a section over here and here. Same on the the back seat, and then I ordered the hall grain pliers and the rings, and we'll try to attach it to the springs however we can. And then I got some vinyl that we're just gonna cover it all up with. And then to top it all off, you'll have to wait for that. I think it's gonna look really good. But man, it would probably be easier if we just started a fire and then just throw these in the fire. Come on. Yeah. Anyways, throw these in a fire and just let all this stuff burn off. This is terrible. I might throw my respirator on and just knock these out. Where'd that go? I wanted to show you. Can we get one of these off of here? Anyways, yeah, I think I'm going to put my respirator on and probably just knock this out real quick because it's already really dusty in here. And I'm not trying to die too young. Man, oh, it smells terrible. Alright, I'm gonna throw my respirator on and I'm just gonna try to knock this out as fast as I can because I got the front or the back ones to do still yet too. So, alright, I'll be back here in a minute. Alright guys, that was a lot more work than what I was anticipating, but it's done now. I just need to run a shot back through here and get the rest of the little stuff out of here. And then I'm going to take this outside and probably spray it off with the hose just to get the little stuff off of it. But I'm going to go ahead and get the other two caught up to this point, run a shot back through it, go wash them off, and then we're going to mess with the slider rails on this. Make sure they still move and everything. We got to fix that one bracket, and then we'll get to painting these things. So just gonna hop on these and get them knocked out, same as that one. Alright guys, it's the next day. I got these seats cleaned up fairly good. That was a lot of work. Them little hog rings, they'll kick your butt. But anyways, I'm waiting for I ordered a set of hog ring pliers and the hog rings. From what I've gathered from tearing them apart, it seems like, and I know nothing about upholstery, but it seems like they had a cover over the springs, and then they had the foam or the insulation or whatever, and then they had the top layer of the seat. So that's how I'm going to do it. I got this roll of fabric here. It was actually given to me from the guy when I went and bought the heads that I put on this motor when the other ones were bad. He had that laying in his garage, and I asked him what he was doing with it, and he said, you can have it. So if you're watching, thanks, appreciate it. Anyways, so instead of doing these right this second, I ordered for the car, I brought it back up here closer. This is the sound deadening stuff. You just peel and stick it to the floor. We're gonna get on that, get the floor covered, because that fabric I'm also gonna try to use for carpet in the car. I don't see why it wouldn't work. It's gray. It's a pretty neutral color, so it'll go with just about anything that we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna hop in this thing and start sticking this stuff down and go from there. And when the hog ring pliers show up, which they should be here in an hour or so, we'll get back on these seats. So this is the same stuff that I used on the Camaro. If you haven't seen any of those videos, they're in the channel. It's just to help with the tinniness when you knock on it. I'll show you the difference when I'm done, but stuff's pretty easy to put on. It's messy, only because you got all these pieces of paper. But you just peel it. Oh. Lay it down where you want it. and then you just push it down. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff to use. Might struggle a little bit. I don't have my rollers. I lent them out to a friend and I have yet to go pick them up. But this stuff's pretty easy to deal with. Just press it down, just like that. One piece done. You just keep on going. Peel it and stick it. Peel it and stick it and repeat. Oh yeah, this reminds me while I'm down here, I still need to mount my gas pedal back up. This has got a big old school bus gas pedal. It mounts to the floor, but that's okay. I did find a month or so ago when I was looking, they sell the little bracket that bolts to the floor, so just got to get that ordered. Then we'll get it in here. No big deal. There's a bolt there that I probably should get out before I cover it. It's in one of the seat holes. I can tell that it's spring. The allergies are working overtime. Okay, keep on going. Stop getting distracted by your own sneeze. But like I was saying, guys, this stuff's pretty easy to use. I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys go through the whole thing of watching me do all this, so I'm probably just gonna throw you guys on a time lapse like normal, and just gonna go through this, get it knocked out, and I will show you guys when it's all said and done. It does make the floors look kind of cool once you're all done too. Makes it look like she's worth twice what she really is. Alright, let me get this bolt out of here, put you guys on a time lapse, and I'll be back once I'm done. Alright guys, that's going to do it for that stuff. I might go get my rollers and just go over it one more time. And as far as this heat duct, I might go ahead and cut it off right at the end of the blue, or just at the bottom of the box. Like I said, we're not going to be using the floor vent, and then it'll make it easier for carpet, and I'll go ahead and put this stuff up over the tunnel. But that's going to do it for that stuff. I'm pretty sure I just heard the delivery guy drop off my packages, so we're gonna get back in here and get started on these seats. So I'm gonna run up there and grab those, and be right back with you. Okay, instead of me trying to lie my way through knowing how to do this and all that, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do like the bottom, and then I'll come back and show you guys what I did. But my goal is, I'm gonna take this fabric that I showed you guys earlier, and I'm just gonna cover the top of the springs here. I think the reason they did it was to keep the foam from getting in between the springs when you sit on it and stuff. So we're just gonna stretch it over just to here, down to the back, to the edges. And then I bought a 3-inch thick mattress topper. So I'm just gonna trim that out to fit on top of here. I'll probably cut it a little long. That way you don't feel this bar on the back of your legs when you sit down, because it'd probably slide back if I don't do that. Then I got still new in the box. some hall green pliers and a whole bunch of these hall greens. Like I said, I've never done this before, so it's gonna be a learning curve. But I'll come back and tell you what not to do and how to do it based on what I've done. So I'm just gonna get started. I'll throw you guys on a time lapse. You can watch me struggle, and then I'll come back and show you, explain more when we go to do the top. So. Okay, so the camera's been off for just a little bit, but I tried to cut the foam and stretch the material over that to hold the foam down, and it's just wanting to rip the hall greens out of that material, which is no big deal. But anyways, this is the mattress topper that I bought. You can see here where I cut it. It's 3 inches thick, and a slight change of plans, but this is what I'm going to do. So this is the seat. You've seen me cover the back of it. The bottom, this is my plan, by the way, is just one of these truck covers. But if you look at the bottom, it doesn't look too bad. All I did was that mattress topper, it's all the way to the back, as you can see here, and I just stretched this over top of it. You can see it on the bottom if you look, but I think that is going to work just fine. I'll go ahead and put foam in the back, then I'll stretch that over it. The only thing that I have to figure out is for the back of it. It's still open, and this isn't really going to cover it. I might go ahead and take this stuff and just go ahead and cover the back real quick, and then we'll just flop this down, put the foam behind here, put it back over, and strap it down. And for me, it's going to be good enough. I don't mind that, and I know it's going to work, and that stuff is actually really comfy. So I'm just going to get on. I'm going to cover the back, cut some more foam, stretch the seat, cover the rest of the way over it, and I think it's going to be just fine. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for the seat. I'm pretty happy with it. The top of it's kind of wavy, but there's not much I can do with that because of how this seat cover goes on, but I did end up covering the back. I thought about maybe cutting a slit in here and running these straps behind the fabric here, but then it'd be hard to latch them and unlatch them if I ever need to get in here and mess with the foam and move it around. But I am more than happy with that. The rails, I pulled the lever and they just worked, so that's a huge plus on that. But unfortunately for the back seat, I don't have enough foam to finish the rear seat. So for now, until I can get more of that, I'm going to pull the car back in, and we're going to work on putting some carpet in this thing. I've picked up some stuff. I'll show you that here in a second, and we're going to see if we can make it work in this thing. So I'm going to clean up this mess, get the car back in here, and we'll get started on carpet. I love that this thing is kind of a driver now. Still a little sketchy without brakes on it, but getting this thing in and out of here, so much easier now. Hook up the old battery. Just see if I don't run you guys over. Not the plan. But this thing is dead cold. It's been, let's see how she does. Oh, I can't wait to get that seat in here. All right, we'll give her 2 pumps. No, we won't. This battery. I don't know why it's doing what it's been doing. It's been doing this recently. Brand new cables. No excuse for that. Try again. Okay. Now? Literally that easy. Oh, cold. Okay. Let's not run over the camera or the back of the garage. Drive. Oh. This is a little sketchy. Come on. Neutral. Drive. Neutral. So nerve-wracking. Oh. Come on. Neutral. Alright, we're in neutral. And we died. That's good enough though. We're inside. I'll push it the rest of the way. The hill is downhill. Or the garage is downhill after you get inside the door. So that's the worst part. But we're golden. Alright. I'm gonna get everything set up and I'll be back with you guys here in a minute when we're putting the carpet in this thing. Okay, figured I could show you guys what the plan is before we get all cooped up inside the car there. In this box is just some spray adhesive, 3M stuff, the good stuff. So what the plan is, I'm going to spray the entire floor with this, and I had a buddy do this. He is actually going with me on Power Tour, so you'll actually get to see his car and him, and the same way that he did what I'm about to do. He went and picked up indoor-outdoor area rug. The price of carpet is ridiculous, and once again, this being a Pontiac, they don't make carpet for it, so we're having to improvise. Plan is spray this on the floor, and then we'll trim this to fit and just glue it right to the Dynamat that we put in there. It worked for him. I don't see why it can't work for us, and it's cheap. This was $16, I think. You can't beat that. So that's the plan. We're gonna knock it out. So okay, it's the next day. I just got home from work and I've done a little bit. I went ahead and cut that floor vent out of here, and that already looks so much better. I went ahead and put the sound deadening over it, and then next we're just going to try to get this carpet glued down. I've kind of messed around with it a little bit, and I think my best option is going to be to start here. I'm just going to butt it up against this pinch weld here, and as far as going up the firewall, I think I'm going to make that a separate piece. I think it's just going to work out easier that way, and I'll probably end up making this in 2 sections. I'll probably end up chopping it here at the door all the way across and doing the back separate from the front. We have plenty of materials, so it's not an issue. I actually did buy 2 of these, so we got plenty to go around. But yeah, I'm going to start here, spray that stuff down, get this stuck down, then we'll just work across, do that side, yada yada yada. So I'm going to get that spray stuff out and I'll show you how I'm going to use it. I'm not saying it's the right way, but it's what we're going to do. Alright, so like I was saying, this here just going to get butted up against this. I'm just going to flip this back, and we're just going to do little sections at a time. This is the spray adhesive. It says to spray it on and don't flop that down until it's really tacky. So I've never used this before, so this is going to be a first. It just said an even coverage of the area. Wow, this stuff's pretty strong smelling. Probably going to open the door right after this. I did get 2 cans, so hopefully that's enough. Alright, so we'll just let this tack up, and then we'll flop that over on there. Alright, this stuff is tacky. Let's give her a shot, see what happens. How does it move so much? Come on. Just want to get it lined up with this seam here. Pull it over. Come on, don't stick too good yet. Might have a few wrinkles here and there. Obviously this is made for a flat floor. And obviously this is not a flat floor. But I think a lot of it though, because I can see a wrinkle here, but I think it's the Dynamat or whatever you want to call it. But I did get my rollers back. Yeah, it must just be one of them floor seams. But this does seem to be working out pretty well. Maybe I am a professional. That is stuck down. I can't pull it up. Okay, I'm just gonna keep on going, see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? It don't work? I think it's gonna. I might set you guys up, let you watch, but that seems pretty simple. Okay, so I've got it glued up over top of the tunnel, and I've got this seam here. Obviously that's gonna happen because, like I said, this is made for a flat floor. I might just try to take like a razor knife and trim down the sides of it and try to get a really nice seam there. That's going to be mostly covered by the seat anyways, so I'm not too concerned with it, and we're not going for perfection here. So as long as there's carpet on the floor and this stuff isn't blinding me when the sun hits it, we're already way ahead. So but yeah, this stuff's pretty easy to use. It does have a pretty fast flash time though, so you got to be ready. Don't walk away from it. But like I said, it's pretty simple to use. Okay, so my advice is start with a car that you can buy carpet for. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be wrinkles. Hopefully I can get most of the wrinkles to be under the seat so you won't see them. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a carpet guy. Obviously this was never going to work anyways, but it's at least got carpet in it. That side's glued down. We got 2 wrinkles here. I might leave them for now and go ahead and throw the seat in, because I know the seat's probably going to come all the way up to here. And if it doesn't look that bad, I'm probably just going to leave it, call it good enough. But I think the next move is I'm going to cut across here, right at the doorpost. That way, because the back might end up having to be in a couple sections as well. And then we still got to make the piece for up front. So, game on. Okay, so I cut the back of the carpet off like I said I was going to, and I wanted to throw the seat in here real quick just to make sure that the all those wrinkles will be underneath of the seat. And good news, because it don't look that bad. You can see the very front of the one. I'm not concerned about that, but it is pretty exciting to have a seat in this thing, and I've never actually sat in this car. The seat wasn't bolted down when I originally bought it, so I've never actually got to sit in the seat in this car. So we're gonna give her a little test ride. Oh, wreck. 1 second. Sorry about that. My dome light decided to eject itself from the ceiling. Anyways, let's oh yeah. This is different. But I was kind of worried about, I'm 6'3". I was kind of worried about fitting in here, but I've got plenty of room. This is going to be awesome. But we're going to get back down here and finish getting these front pieces made, and then we're going to jump in the back and see what we can do back there. The back's going to have to be in several pieces, but that's all right. It'll have carpet and it'll look good. So we're going to get up here and try to trim some pieces out and get that front together. Okay, so all I did for here was I cut a 10-inch strip of it that went all the way across. I just had to trim around the steering column and the bright light switch. It's got a few wrinkles in it, but I'm perfectly okay with that. It looks really good. I'm extremely happy with it. The seat turned out decent. You can't see the foam hanging out of it. For me, it's perfect. So, but unfortunately, it's Wednesday night again, and that's all I'm gonna have time for this week. So next week, we still gotta make door panels. We still gotta finish the back seat. We still gotta finish the carpet. And I was gonna make the, remake the post and back here and all that. I got different fabric for all that. We gotta make kick panels still. So next week, we're gonna finish this thing. I do apologize for not getting it all done in one video, but full-time job, what are you gonna do? But anyways, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out, and we're almost to 1,000, so it's gonna be a big milestone to hit for me. But anyways, I do appreciate you guys watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.